Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Foxy98 here. Welcome back to a brand new F1 2017 career mode video for you guys today here on the channel. Today we are here for what is officially the finale of my F1 2017 career mode series. We are here today for what is going to be the final episode, and hopefully we can have a great finale to wrap up what's been a very challenging season for us this year. But anyway, as you can see, we're having a look at the R&D charts, just seeing basically where we stand in terms of every position. And as you can see, we're cemented as the third fastest car. I was considering taking a fresh engine for today's race. However, I found out that the engine that I had is only on 20% worn, so there wasn't really much point. But we're going into this race with a lot of high hopes, because obviously we've wrapped up the Constructors' Championship, we've wrapped up the Drivers' Championship, so this race is just going to be for some fun. And automatically, we skipped the practice session because we don't need to practice, we don't need resource points, we don't need anything really. This is just one last race to see where we can end up. So we're going straight into qualifying, then into the qualifying we go. And my first lap was absolutely dreadful, and we qualified 4 100ths behind Esteban Ocon, which in effect would probably put us down like 8th place. So it was a very poor lap, and I wasn't happy with it at all. Unfortunately, on my final flying lap, when I was over a second quicker than my previous best time, Ocon, so funnily enough, who's in front of me, blocked me from basically for my entire lap. He made a mistake into the chicane, the first chicane, and he was just there as a stupid bloody car for the whole thing, and I couldn't find a way to just pass him. So unfortunately, he did compromise my lap heavily the whole lap, and I was only capable to get P5, which I wasn't happy about. I felt like I could get a bit more, but comparing the pace from Brazil to here, we were only half a second off the pace, and in terms of my race pace, well, I don't have a clue because I didn't do any practice, so I have no idea, but we should be okay. But I definitely felt a lot more comfortable here than I did at the Brazilian Grand Prix. The aero wasn't such a problem, and on the 2 long straights, I've got the 3rd fastest engine, so I was still quite competitive, but nonetheless, we're going to move on with it then. So as you can see then, the agent is now going to come across the line and give us some session goals, and I believe it is to finish P5, beat Lewis Hamilton and place 3rd in the championship. So finish where we've started. That's a funny Star Wars reference. And then beat Lewis Hamilton, which hopefully we can do today. You never know. But as you can see, Hamilton is on pole, and he is alongside the title rivals, or the title rivals from 2017 in real life. Vettel in 2nd. Raikkonen managed to out-qualify Valtteri Bottas, and we qualify in 5th. Funnily enough, only a 10th shy of what Bottas did in qualifying. So still very positive there. As you can see, Perez and then Esteban Ocon down in 8th place. Still not happy with him. Yeah, and then you can see the midfield pack rolling on through, and then we're going to be joined finally by the 2 Saubers. Yep, on that go, as they always are, unfortunately, for Sauber. So very tough times for Sauber, but you know, it is what it is for Sauber. But anyway, as you can see, onto the grid now. We're starting in P5, and it's going to be the one-stop strategy. We're going to be pitting on the end of lap 5, going towards the super soft tyres to the end of the race. However, the tyre wear is not really that big around here, so we shouldn't be worried too much about tyres going off in this race as we get ready for the formation lap now. And yeah, for one final time here in career mode, as you can see, coming towards the end. But as you can see then, we're on the grid now for this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix 5. Red lights, and it is lights out. We go here to start the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It's been a good start for us, actually. Very positive getaway compared to Valtteri Bottas alongside here, who I forced into a tight line as turn 1 go. Round the outside of Bottas in towards turn 1. So finally, got myself a good start this time. But the top 3 all fighting for position as Vettel leads this race. Hamilton is in 2nd, Raikkonen in 3rd, and myself in 4th. But as we come towards this chicane now, we break nice and late here, and we get a good run through the chicane, right on the back of Kimi Raikkonen. And I'm going to waste no time here. Going to have some fun here, down the inside in towards the hairpin here, and we make the move stick on Kimi Raikkonen, up into 3rd place now, and we can use rich mix from my engine to stay in front of Kimi Raikkonen as we continue to power forwards now. Hamilton is in 2nd, Vettel in the lead of the race. And as you can see, coming down this long straight, it almost looks as if everyone is static, because no one's really moving at all. But as we go in towards this late braking zone, I'm going to have some fun, and I'm going to do some dive bombs, because why not? And we go down the inside of Hamilton, make that one stick, cut him off on the exit there to make him back out of it, and we're up into 2nd place in this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and that's a very, very good start for us. And now we can try and focus and catch Sebastian Vettel for the lead of the race. It depends on the pace though. Onto lap 3 of the Grand Prix now, and Vettel is beginning to pull away. Hamilton's coming back at me though, as he's got some DRS here, some very good car straight line speed there in towards this corner. Unfortunately, I missed the first apex zone. You can see it there, and I've had to sort of tighten the car up a lot more, giving me a slow run out of the corner. But Hamilton still alongside me, or still right behind me, sorry, and he's going to have a second bite of the cherry here with that DRS. So let's see if Hamilton can try and make this move now. As we come towards this corner, can Hamilton make a move? I'm going to give him a little bit of room on the outside, then I'm going to eventually sort of turn my car in a little bit, but you can see that Vettel there, 2.4 seconds in front of me at the moment. So, yeah, I'm not really doing much at the moment. Onto lap 5 of the Grand Prix now, and Vettel is beginning to continue to pull away. However, in terms of the attack from my rivals behind, I wasn't really being challenged. I had very good straight line speed, and yeah, I wasn't really challenged. So, from where I was sitting, there wasn't really much going on from where I was. I was able to cover up Hamilton easily. Vettel was pulling away, and yeah, I wasn't really being attacked by anyone. So, coming out of the pits now, it's a 2.4 second pit stop. Luckily for me, Hamilton got held up by Perez. I didn't, which was lucky, but Hamilton's got held up. So it's going to be very useful for us in terms of coming out of the pits and building a little bit of an advantage, because odds on Hamilton will probably gain that all back on me, but at least I've got some time to sort of just relax a little bit and settle in a little bit more in this Grand Prix and, you know, just save a little bit of fuel and whatnot for this race. But you can see we've got a lot of traffic around, so we need to be careful of that. And as you can see, onto lap 7 here, onto the back of Lance Stroll now, as we dive it down the inside in towards the chicane. Lovely move there. Very late on the brakes, and you can see that was critical because Raikkonen has actually done the overcut on Lewis Hamilton. So that's a very interesting one. But you can see there, Raikkonen now in front of the two Mercedes cars, and now it's my job to pull away. Otherwise, we could be in trouble here in this Grand Prix. But after that overtake on Stroll, nothing happened. It was a very quiet race as... yeah, Vettel is in the lead at the moment. Raikkonen just was closing that gap. The two Mercs and Kimi were about 3.5 seconds faster in the first and final sectors, whereas I was fastest in the middle sector. But as you can see, Vettel comes across the line to win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and we come across the line in the finale to finish P2, which I was really, really happy about. But yeah, it was a really quiet race. Nothing happened. I mean, I was expecting to be closed up by the Ferraris and the Mercs at like a rapid rate of knots, but the gap was about 4.5 seconds from when the pit stops like finished, yeah, it only closed to like 1.9 seconds, and even Vettel out front in the last race in the what was it, in the Brazilian Grand Prix, the gap between myself and the race win was 23 or 25 seconds, something like that. It was a crazy huge gap. This time around, it was 4 seconds. I really had some good pace rounds here, but yeah, as soon as I got that clear air after the pit stops, I mean, in the first stint, I wasn't exactly challenged either, as Perez finishes last for some reason, so that's not good for Perez. But yeah, you can see, I was, in the first stint, like I showed, that the only time that Hamilton really got alongside me was the clip that I just showed you in this video. Apart from that, he closed in the DRS zones, but I had better traction, and I was using Rich Mix very well, that I wasn't really challenged, which was quite unusual, but to be honest, I'll take it, you know, a P2, you know, finishing on the podium, and no Mercedes-Benz car actually finishing on the podium, which is quite interesting to see. I would have expected a Merc to finish on the podium, but there it is. Look, I only finished 4.8 seconds back, and my lap time was only half a second shy of what Vettel did. I matched the two Mercedeses in terms of raw lap time pace, which is pretty insane. So yeah, overall, the pace was really, really strong, and Perez did a 2-stop, which is probably why he finished last, looking at it now. But anyway, looking at the championship standings for the final time then, and as you can see, the gap ended at 51 points between myself and Lewis Hamilton, so it was comfortable in the end, with the rest of the field over 100 points behind me. It was a straight fight between me and Hamilton, in which we won. The only two drivers to get 300 points. In the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull beat Mercedes by 48 points, and yeah, we even extended our advantage come the end of the race. And yeah, so that is it for F1 2017 Career Mode. Obviously, we're going to get a contract offer. I'm not accepting anything, as I'm not continuing with my Career Mode, for the specific reason that I am doing something different in the new year. I spoke about it yesterday, and since this is going on, I'm going to give you a little bit more information. So, this new project, what am I up to then? So, basically, the reason that I'm ending Career Mode is because that my project actually has a storyline reference with my Career Mode. So if I did another season or multiple more seasons of Career Mode, it means that it would stop what my story is, or what my series is, for what I'm doing in the new year. So as soon as this Career Mode has now ended, it means now that I can basically crack on, and it technically Career Mode, it won't technically fully be gone, but in a sense, it is. It's quite confusing because I don't want to give away what the story is or what the series is, what I'm even on about. But there are the teams that I got offered in contracts. But basically, now that this career mode has ended, basically my series is fully referenced about the past, and the past are these 3 seasons. Then you'll find out what the series is about, and then we take it forward. So it's technically still career mode, but in just a much more advanced way and a lot different. But anyway, guys, hopefully you guys have enjoyed my career mode series. If you have, feel free to drop it a like, subscribe if you're new around here as well. And thank you for watching, and thanks for understanding for those that like career mode and are excited to see what's coming. I'll give you guys some more information and some trailers soon, so stay tuned for that. Take care all, guys. Thanks so much.